and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Ooh-wee, the look, that look. Every black child in America, matter of fact, maybe just every child in America knows that look, that mama look. And when you see it, what do? You sit your behind down. Or you shut the hell up. And that is exactly what Kamala Harris did when it came to these particular protesters who were at her rally in Detroit. They were protesting against the Israel and Hamas war. They are not happy with the way that Biden and Kamala Harris have handled the war. So that's why they were protesting. And look, Kamala, if you look at the full clip, I only showed a little bit of it, the fiery part of it, but actually initially she was quite soft with them. She acknowledged that, hey, this is a democracy and everyone's voice matters. So she allowed them to protest in that moment. However, she also wanted to give them a little bit of a lesson when it comes to respect. And she emphasized that while you absolutely should be able to protest, I am currently speaking. And then after she said that, she continued with her speech. But then they got louder. And that is when you saw the viral part of the clip where she shut them down. Now, apparently these protesters, they came from the University of Michigan, they're college students, and understandably, they have a lot of emotion when it comes to this particular issue. However, after this particular clip went viral, Kamala Harris's campaign, or a spokesperson from her campaign, released a statement and pretty much made it clear that Harris has prioritized engaging with the Arab, Muslim, and Palestinian community members and others regarding the war in Gaza. Her position is that she wants the war to end, Israel to be secure, hostages to be released, the suffering of Palestinian civilians to end, and for the Palestinian people to realize their right to dignity, freedom, and self-determination. And then the question also arises here. Will these protesters be attending a Trump rally? Because I have yet to hear of him speaking with the Arab, Muslim, and Palestinian community. And others have even said that Harris has actually listened to the stories of the people in Michigan who have had dozens of family members unalived in Gaza. The leaders asked to meet with her, allegedly, according to sources, about the embargo request. And she indicated she was open to speaking with them. And she even introduced two of their leaders to her staff. Now, they are the uncommitted movement of Michigan. Apparently, the co-founders were at this rally, and it was there where they spoke with Harris briefly. And again, she introduced them to her staff and said that she was open to speaking with them about their concerns. Now, the uncommitted movement or group, the group began by encouraging voters in the Democratic primaries to protest U.S. support for Israel's assault on Gaza, which has unalived at least 39,000 Palestinians. So that's where that movement comes from. And allegedly, Kamala has opened the door for two of its leaders to speak with her staff about their concerns. So it really begs the question, is she really the one you want to protest? And this is something I heard Professor Greg Carr say on the Roland Martin show. He said, ultimately, you want your best opponent across the table, especially to end this war. And he said he can tell you Trump is not going to be that. He added, if those same protesters were at a Trump rally, there may have actually been violence. So again, Kamala has opened her door, and she has also, again, given them a lesson about respect. You can protest, but allow me to also speak. Now, she also made a point about if you want Trump to win, then just say that. And Greg Carr pointed this out, stating that some revolutionaries believe that if you dismantle government or bring in an even worse leader, that this somehow would force the other side, like a Kamala Harris or like a Joe Biden, to perhaps fight harder for your cause. But as Greg Carr pointed out, that tactic has rarely, if ever, worked. So that is really not what you want to do here. You don't want to disrespect Harris, disrupt her campaign, and then open the door for someone like a 45 to get into office. That tactic will not work. Now, the Israel and Hamas crisis is a very complicated war, has been for many decades. And again, Harris says she wants peace in the Middle East and she wants a ceasefire. This is her goal, and she must be in a position to achieve this goal. She has already, again, opened the door. She's met with 2 leaders of the uncommitted movement and is ready to chat, allegedly. But if you want results, true results, you must, as Greg Carr said, negotiate with the best opponent. We have less than 90 days until this election. Allow Harris to defeat the biggest threat. And once that occurs, then head to that negotiation table and make your demands. I'm Stacey Brewer, and this is H Blue's Word. Peace.
It's